Welcome to this temple of St. Ezekiel, Kiddisworth and Marshall. Right here in our studio, we have a grassroots mobilizer. He's a humanitarian, philanthropist. He has done a lot for the children and youth from the street. He knows what it takes to come from the street. So that's why he's focusing on the street, giving back to the society from what is gone. Because you can't give what you don't have. Right now, he's going back to the street to scout for talent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our guest today, Comrade Prince Osoro. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you in our studio.
Thank you. Good evening.
What is your name? Tell us where you're coming from.
My name is Comrade Prince Osoro from Akwa Ibom State.
We come across the CPU. Please, I want you to tell us what is the meaning of CPU.
The meaning of CPU is a simple thing, Comrade Prince Osoro. That's the meaning.
Okay. What do you have to say about the youth restiveness in Akwa Ibom State and Nigeria generally?
What I want to say about the restiveness of our youth, especially in the Niger Delta, particularly that some of our youth don't have anything, no skill, because if you don't have anything to offer, you can't go to anywhere. So what is happening, you see the youth moving around in our state, in our region, is because there is no job. Not just Akwa Ibom State. Is that because we don't engage them in any meaningful activity, and that's why I'm coming in to take them off the streets. I have so many things I want to do about the youth in my state. Thank you.
What was your greatest challenge you had as a child and a youth and someone who grew up from the streets?
When I was a child, when I was a youth, I'm still a youth, not when I was a youth, I'm a youth. When I was a child, because the challenges that I have during that time was when you go down to play with the children, other children, you find out that they will call you back, please, you don't need to go there. So I now find out that there is a difference between people in the streets. Even if you are living in the street, there is a difference. So that's why I'm bringing this talent on show. Thank you.
How do you feel to have the people, the children, the youth and children of Akwa Ibom in money for you to come to their rescue? Because I'm seeing that you're coming to rescue the children and the youth of Akwa Ibom State.
Thank you. What gives me the strength is that, first of all, I'm born Akwa Ibom State, and I know that our youth in Akwa Ibom State, there are so many of them, they don't have anything here. It's not okay with our youth. That's why I'm bringing this talent on show, to bring out our youth from street, those that are moving about, to make sure that they are okay. Thank you.
And how do you feel as a youth from Nigeria after your schooling and you don't have a job? How do you feel?
To start with, in our system, in our society, in fact in Nigeria as a whole, we find out that so many of our graduates, they graduate from school. After graduating, after spending their time 5 years, 6 years in school, they don't have job. And you see them moving around and you feel that they don't have anything. So I feel this is the time for the government to think about the youth and employ some of our graduates that have finished school.
You just established a foundation called CPUF, meaning Comrade Prince Osoro Foundation. Now, how long do you think that this establishment will last?
This is me. As long as I live, I want this foundation to last, and I want this talent on show to go on. I'm not just going to do it in Akwa Ibom State. I want to take it to all the Niger Delta states. First in Nigeria. Thank you.
If you have your way, what would you like to change about the Nigerian youth, Akwa Ibom youth, and the youth of the Niger Delta? what you don't want to change in them?
Just like I said earlier, if I have my way, especially the youth in Akwa Ibom State, because I'm born Akwa Ibom, so I want to change. I want to put them into skills. Those who have talent, you pick them from there.
Okay, now how do you bring the grassroots closer to the government, to their leaders? How do you do that? How do you intend to bring them closer? Because I realize that a lot of our youth, a lot of our leaders, a lot of our leaders, they are not close. They only need them when they want them to vote for them. Then after them, you will never see them again. Now, how do you intend to bring them closer to the government?
Thank you. I know what it takes to bring grassroots to government, but we have been doing it. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm going to channel, this is a channel for government to know that in the streets we have talent, we have talented people, adults, that we need to pull out from the streets. So I'm bringing this platform for us to know that we have to change our thinking, our mentality. Our politicians need to change, because I'm not talking politics, I'm not a politician, but I want to change the plan, the pattern of what they are doing in our youth. I want to change them to see, for them to know that these are youth, they are talented. Some of them, we need to put them in skill, that you then, at the end of the day, you know that this is what the CPU have done to your life. Thank you.
Right now, you are the sponsor of the Super CPU Got Talent Season 1.
Yes.
Okay. In the 3 senatorial districts in Akwa Ibom State. Now, the winners of this talent hunt, what do you intend to do to those winners?
When you start a foundation like this, when you start a talent hunt like this, you need to inspire these young people. I'm not just going to leave them after the program. You need to sponsor them to go more than what, because people are thinking we are just coming to show that we have to do foundation. No, we have a plan for these ones. Those winners, we have plan for them. We have plan for them in the state. We have plan for them. We have to move them. We have to take them to the higher place, because today you see all these footballers. You don't expect to go and get a footballer from UK, and you expect the person to start from Nigeria and from Akwa Ibom State. No, he start from the street, because people like Okocha, Philip George, they start from they pick them from the street.
We have a plan that we have already set up, that the winner will not just, we are not just winning to stay at home. We are not just winning to take the trophy at home.
So we want to pick them from there. When we pick them from there, we'll now hand over them to the government. And we are very sure that whoever that wins in this talent show that we are about to do, I tell you, we are taking it up from there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's a songwriter, he wrote a song and said, if you have a dream, you don't want to let it down. We say thank you very much to Comrade Prince Usoro for him to have the grassroots in mind. Thank you for having you in our show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.